Foraged and Sown's Mad About Saffron SARE Grant Project. To prep our beds for saffron, we sowed a cover crop of buckwheat. When it was time, we flail mowed the buckwheat and incorporated it into the soil with 2 passes of the BCS tiller. Two passes was enough to incorporate the vegetation from the buckwheat cover crop, as well as loosen the soil deep enough for us to plant the saffron corms, about 5 inches. We dibbled by hand because the soil was loose and prepared, with 4 rows per bed spaced about 4 inches within the row. A few weeks before the saffron was set to emerge, in mid-September, we weed whacked the 1 row of existing saffron that had overwintered from the year before, that was pretty weedy, and we flame weeded the 2 newly planted rows. Because of the unpredictable weather in Ohio and our sometimes wet springs, we knew we needed to plant some of the saffron in benches to alleviate any flooding concerns. We lined plastic crates with lightweight row cover and filled those crates with organic potting mix. We used slightly tighter spacing in the planted crates since the nutrition level we knew would be very high in this fresh potting mix. Unfortunately, in Ohio, the fall of 2018 leading all the way into the spring of 2019 was extremely wet. So despite our intentions to cover crop, we still were overrun with weeds, and we weren't sure that we were going to have any surviving corms from the wet conditions that had persisted for so many months. So we decided to dig up 2 of the 3 beds. We first used a broad fork to loosen the soil, and then a digging fork. Compared to what we were able to dig up in the crates, the field-grown corms were quite small. We had moved the crates out of the hoop house in the springtime in order to allow space for our annual seedlings that we grow for sale. And we knew that there had been some digging in the bins in the time that the bins had been outside of the hoop house. So when we dug the crates and replanted them a few weeks later, we decided that we wanted to cover the newly planted crates with chicken wire in order to dissuade squirrels from digging. We planted a new set of corms, covered those with chicken wire also, and we're really happy to say that so far it's been a pretty good success. There's been a little bit of digging, but not much, and the flowers are starting to come through the chicken wire, and the harvest is proving to be a little bit easier than we were thinking it would be. We learned an efficient harvesting and processing technique when we visited a farm in Ontario, Canada in November of 2018. Watch our next video for a detailed view of how we harvest and process our saffron for cooking.